जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय नंदगांव नंद भवन की हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे नित्य लीला हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे नरोत्तम दासे कोई हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nanda, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Radhe Shyam, Jaya Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Jaya Radhe Shyam. जय राधा कुंड, जय श्याम कुंड, राधा कुंड, जय श्याम कुंड, कुंड जय श्याम कुंड, राधा कुंड, जय श्याम कुंड. जय गिरि गोवर्धन, गिरि गोवर्धन, गिरि गोवर्धन, जय गिरि गोवर्धन. जय ब्रज धाम, जय ब्रज धाम, ब्रज धाम, जय ब्रज धाम. जय वृंदा देवी, जय तुलसी देवी, वृंदा देवी, जय तुलसी देवी. जय अष्ट सखी गण, जय अष्ट सखी गण, अष्ट सखी गण, जय अष्ट सखी गण. अष्ट सखी गण, जय अष्ट. जय चौषष्ठ मंजरी, जय चौषष्ठ मंजरी, चौषष्ठ मंजरी, जय चौषष्ठ मंजरी. जय षडगो स्वामी, जय षडगो स्वामी, षडगो स्वामी, जय षडगो स्वामी, षडगो स्वामी, षडगो. जय गुरु परंपरा, जय गुरु परंपरा, गुरु परंपरा, जय गुरु परंपरा. जय भक्ति विनोद जय भक्ति विनोद भक्ति विनोद जय भक्ति विनोद जय गौर किशोर जय गौर किशोर गौर किशोर जय गौर किशोर जय भक्ति सिद्धांत श्रीला प्रभुपाद भक्ति सिद्धांत श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव गुरुदेव श्री श्री निताई गौर हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी महाशय की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत ग्रंथ की जय। श्री अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की गुरु परंपरा की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। गौरांग चरणाम्भोज मकरंद मधुव्रतः साधनेन विना राधा कृष्णं प्राप्यसि निश्चितम्। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकम् भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत आदि लीला chapter 4, the internal purpose of the advent of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu, verse number 72. This is a verse quoted by Krishnadas Kaviraj from Brahma Samhita 5.37. आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभीर्य एव निज रूपतया कलाभि गोलोक एव निवसत्य अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि। I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm of Goloka with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Hladini. Their companions are their confidants who embody the extensions of her bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with the ever blissful spiritual rasa. Beautiful verse from Brahma Samhita. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavis. Prati means every second. मैं अंग्रेजी बोली भी तो बजाई भी ना कल. Prati means every second and pratibhavitabhis. Bhavitabhis means to exchange, to become absorbed. So Krishna manifests as Hladini Radha and Radha expands as the gopis, the kalas of Radharani or the kaya vyuhas of Radharani, and they exchange rasa in these forms. So basically it is Krishna exchanging rasa with himself, but his expansions, ultimately everything is Krishna. Aham evasab evagre. But still, for rasa they have become many. So Goloka eva nivasatya, and this rasa can be fully relished only in the Nitya Dham of Goloka. Krishnero karay jaiche raso aswadon krida rasahay jaiche suna vivaram. Now I will explain. Krishnadas Kaviraj says how Radha and the gopis make Krishna enjoy and how they assist in his Leela. Please listen very carefully. Krishna Kanta Gana Dekhi Triveda Prakar Ek Lakshmi Gana Puri Maheshi Ganawar Vraj Gana Vrajangana Rupa Ar Kanta Ganasar Shri Radhika Hoite Kanta Gane Ravista. The mool means the original consort, the primeval consort of Krishna is Radha. From Radha all the other consorts are manifesting. The first and foremost expansions of Radha are the Vrajangana, are the gopis of Vrajbhumi, who are directly meant to help and assist in the pastimes of Vraj. After that, there is expansions of the queens of Dwarka, and after that are the expansions of the Mahalakshmis of Vaikuntha. All these are coming from Radha. Radharani has 3 expansions. It is given in this verse. So all of them are meant to increase the pleasure of Krishna in his different forms. Avatari Krishna hoite kare avatar Amshini Radha hoite teen gone ravistar. Avatari Krishna, who is the cause of all incarnations, he manifests his form, and from Amshini Radha these 3 kinds of expansions are manifested. So Radharani is so eager to serve Krishna that she is always there in all these forms. Even in Dwarka and Vaikuntha, it is only her expansions which are giving pleasure to Krishna. So there is nobody who can serve Krishna better than Radhika. That's why you see her hand is always like this. Offering service to Krishna, because continuously she is offering service to Krishna. in the form of her three expansions. Whatever service the gopis do for Krishna, it's all ultimately Radha's forms. So, the combined, the personification of all service to Krishna is Radhika. That is why her name itself means service. Anaya radhito noonam bhagavan harishwarah tanno vihaya govind tannamani harim param. Anaya radhito. Radha word comes from aradhana. Aradhana means worship or serve, serving Krishna. No other gopi can worship Krishna like Radha, because every gopi is actually an expansion of Radha. So, whatever love and devotion the gopis have, the queens of Dwarka have, and the Lakshmis of Vaikuntha have, they are just a partial love of Radha. The service attitude is only one of the part of Radha. Ultimately, Radha is the whole. Like Krishna is the whole Purusha, Radha is the whole Ladini, Shakti. So when we see Radha, we are actually seeing all the devotees, all her expansions. That's why Radha Kund is so special. Radha Kund is very, very special because seeing Radha Kund is like seeing Radha. When I read this Kripa Katak Stotra, I read this verse, Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jarchite. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jarchite. Himadri ja puluma ja virinchi ja varaprade. अपार सिद्धि वृद्धि दिग्ग सत्पदांगुलीन के कदा करिष्यसि हमाम कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम कदा करिष्यसि हमाम कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम अनंत कोटि विष्णु लो अनंत कोटि विष्णु लोक नम्र पद्म जार्चित कदा करिष्यसि हमाम कृपा कटाक्ष भाज. I am so fallen. We cannot see Radharani face to face. We are so fallen. So when we pray, when we sing this Kripa Kataksha Stotra, we should pray to Radha Kund. Because Radha Kund is more accessible to us. All the holy places in the whole creation are serving Radha Kund. They are serving Radha Kund. Ananta Koti Vishnu Loka Namra Padma Jarchite. They are surrendering to the lotus feet of Radha Kund. Himadrija, Pulomaja, all the demigoddesses are coming from the heavenly planets and they are offering puja to Radha Kund. Because they are also indirect expansions of Radhika. Every consort is an expansion of Radhika. In the material world, Radhika expands as Mahamaya, Parvati. In the Navdeep Dham Mahatmya, Gauranga Mahaprabhu tells Parvati, Ei Parvati tumi Radhikaro ansho. O Parvati, O Durga, O Mahamaya, you are a ansha of Radha. So Parvati starts smiling. And Parvati says, if I am an ansha of Radha, why you have given me this punishment? Krishna asked Parvati what punishment? Gauranga asked. Parvati said, जहान कृष्ण तहां नाई मायार अधिकार. Where you are there, I am not there, and when I am there, you are not there. So how can I serve you? If I am Radha's ansha, then I should be able to serve you. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu smiles and says, you have attained me today in Simantadweep by the power of your Naam. Gauranga Rupa Karile Smaran, Gauranga Naam Karile Kirtan. Gauranga Bolia Karibe Kranda, Gauranga Darshan Paibe Tokhon. You have accepted Gauranga Naam from Shiva and you came to Navadvip and you did my bhajan. You meditated on my form and you cried, thinking of my form. So you have attained me. In my Gaur Leela, when I will come, you will come as the wife of Advaita Acharya. Sita. Your name will be Sita. And you will be Katyayani. You are Katyayani yourself. And you will serve me. You will cook for me. You will invite me. So, you will get my service in Gaur Leela. Advaita Acharya is the expansion of Sadashiv and Mahavishnu. So, Sita, his consort, is the direct expansion of Durga or Parvati. So in that way, all Mahishi Gand, all the female consorts, they are all expansions of Radha. Kanaka Kamini Nahe Tava Dham Tahar Malik Keval Keshava. So, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he writes in his Dushtamon, in his song, he says all the female devotees, even the devotees of the Lord, the male devotees should think that the female devotees are meant for the enjoyment of Krishna. Nahe tava dham, tahara malika kevala Keshava. Keshava is the enjoying mentality should go from our heart. It's very, very important. Whatever we see, the poison in our senses should be removed by the mercy of Gaur Sundar. It's in Chaitanya Chandramrit this is mentioned that when the poison from our senses, the enjoying mentality is removed, then by the mercy of Gauranga we attain the Kripa Kataksh of the Lord. So by serving Radhika in the form of Ladini, by serving Radhika's gopis, by serving Radhika's forms, the enjoying mentality is removed from our heart because she is the supreme consort of Krishna and we simply assist her in her seva. Actually, we have no choice because our bhakti, our bhav is only a tiny part of Radharani's bhav, a tiny particle of Radharani's bhav. And still in the beginning stages of our bhakti, when we start experiencing some realizations, we think, oh, I am such a big Vaishnava. We start thinking, oh, so nice, I am getting realizations and everybody should respect me. But our bhajan is nothing, our realization is nothing compared to Radhika. Who is the mine of all good qualities. Vaibhava gana jena taro ango vibhuti bimba pratibimba roop mahi shiratati. Just like the Vaibhav Vilas of Krishna are his forms of Balaram and other forms in Dwarka, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudev, Sankarshan, the Chaturvyuha. Similarly, the Vaibhav Vilas of Radhika are the queens, are the goddesses of fortune in Vaikuntha, and the queens of Dwarka are the Bimba Pratibimba Roop. They are the reflections of Radhika. In the Lalita Madhav and the Vidagdha Madhav, Rupa Goswami mentions that Radha expanded as Chandravali in Dwarka, and Radha expanded as Satyabhama in Dwarka, and Chandravali expanded as Rukmini. So Radha Rani is expanding as the queens. Ultimately, Chandravali is also expansion of Radhika. So Radha Rani is expanding in her reflections, Pratibimba, to serve Krishna in Swakiya Ras in Dwarka. Lakshmi Kanta Taro Vaibhav Vilasam Swarup Mahishi Gana Vaibhav Prakash Swarup. The Mahalakshmis of Vaikuntha are Vaibhav Vilas Amsha of Radha, and the queens of Dwarka are the Vaibhav Prakash of Radha. Vaibhav Prakash is higher than Vaibhav Vilas. In Krishna, if you see Chaitanya Charitamrita, you read properly, then you will understand that the Prakash forms are little similar to the original forms, whereas the Vilas forms are little different from the original forms. Like Krishna expands in the Rasa dance, in the Rasa Leela into similar forms and dances with the gopis. Then he expands to other forms which are little different from him, like Balaram. These are known as Vilas forms. So Prakash and Vilas forms, Prakash is similar. So the queens of Dwarka are actually Prakash, and the goddesses of fortune in Vaikuntha are the Vilas forms of Radharani. Akara Swabhava Bede Vraja Devi Ga Kaya Vyuha Rupe Taro Rasero Karon. The Vraja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are the expansions and are the instruments of expanding rasa. Akara Swabhava Bhede Vraja Devi Gaun. So the gopis in Vraj, they differ. There are many varieties of gopis. In Ujjwal Nilmani, all these different varieties of gopis are mentioned. The different varieties of gopis are because of two things. Because of the nature, they are nature, like Vamya, Prakhara, like that. So, as per the nature, there are different types of gopis, and secondly, there are different types of gopis as per their bodily features, their bodily color, their bodily dress, their age, like that. The gopis differ in different varieties. These are all manifestations of Radhika. They are all Kaya Vyuhas of Radhika. Kaya Vyuha means expansions of the personal expansions of the body of Radhika. That is the meaning of Kaya Vyuha. So, they are the Kaya Vyuha Rupa, Taro Rasera Karan. They are the cause of rasa. Because even Krishna and Radha cannot fully relish rasa without the gopis. Rasa is something, is a padartha, it requires samagri, it requires ingredients, and it requires more assistance. The more the gopis are, the more the rasa is relished. Because every gopi has their unique bhav for Radha and Krishna. So Radha and Krishna look at their faces of all the gopis and they become so satisfied, so happy, looking at the faces of Radha and of the gopis. We can imagine how much happiness is there in the Nitya Leela. I am just waiting to go there. Just to and in that Nitya Leela, you have no worry at all. You are just looking at the beautiful faces of the gopis. They are full with bhav. And the Leela is manifested from their qualities, their forms. Everybody is a Siddha. You don't have to see any mistakes of others. In this material world, you have to see mistakes. Because devotees are not on the same level. But in Goloka, everybody is a Siddha. There is no Vaishnava Aparad there because everybody is a Siddha. Whom will you criticize? You can't criticize anybody. You don't have the propensity to criticize there because you are so busy in assisting Radha and Krishna in their Nitya Leela. And those gopis, they have Kishore forms in Gaur Leela. Devotees have asked me repeatedly that many devotees are having some vision, some realization of Radha Krishna's Nitya Leela, but devotees are finding it very hard to visualize Gauranga's Nitya Leela in Navadvip. So, if you are feeling it very hard to visualize, then you read about it. Because without Gauranga's Nitya Leela Dhyan, one cannot offenselessly enter into Radha Krishna's Nitya Leela. There is one book written by Vishwanath Chakravarti's disciple, Narahari Chakravarti, Gauranga Leela Amrit, about Gauranga's Nitya Leela. You should read that. Gaur Govind Smaran Archan Paddhati describes how to meditate on the Panchatattva in the Yoga Peeth. The first meditation should be on your own Gurudev, and then you should progress and you should meditate on the Gaur Leela, on the Panchatattva in the Yoga Peeth. You should see all the five, all the Panchatattva, they all have golden forms and they are wearing a beautiful white cloth. Silk cloth, very nice, fine cloth. They are all sitting in the Yoga Peeth. If you don't do this meditation of Gaura Yoga Peeth, you cannot see Krishna's Yoga Peeth. Gauranga's Yoga Peeth allows us to meditate on Krishna's Yoga Peeth. Gauranga gune te jhure nitya leela tare spure. Gauranga gune te jhure nitya leela tare spure. Shri Radha Madhava antaranga, Shri Radha Madhava antaranga, Gauranga gune te jhure. Gauranga gune te jhure. Nitya Leela tare spure. Shri Radha Madhava antaranga, Gaurangera namalo taro hoye premudo. तार मोई जाए बलिहारी. श्री गौर हरि जय गौर हरि, गौर हरि जय गौर हरि. जय गौर हरि गौर हरि गौर हरि जय गौर हरि. In my personal bhajan, every day when I start meditating on the Leela, while chanting Nam, I read the first, the Gauranga Ashtakaliya Leela, Smaranamangal Stotram, written by Rupa Goswami. It is 8 verses of pure nectar of Navadvip's Nitya Leela. How in the 8 prahars throughout the day, how Gauranga relishes Radha Krishna's Leela. It is so nice, it's so wonderful. Rupa Goswami has written this. Those who don't have, I can give you a printout because it's a very rare, it's not available, very rarely available. There are 2 Gauranga's Ashtakaliya Leela Stotrams written, one by Rupa Goswami, one by Vishwanath Chakravarti. Vishwanath Chakravarti's Ashtakaliya Leela is more Navadvip Leela. And Rupa Goswami is more like Braj Leela, how Mahaprabhu is meditating on Braj Leela. So this is very, very important that Gaur Dhyan, Gaur Naam, Gaur Leela, Gaur Dham, all this can grant us Krishna Naam, Krishna Dham, Krishna Leela. So, when you don't come, we don't start the class. So we feel something missing in this corner. I know. So, Radharani's expansions, Kaya Vyuhas, are the Vraj Devi Gans, and they are the cause of rasa. They help. Just like Radhika helps Krishna to relish rasa, similarly the gopis, the Kaya Vyuhas, they help Radha and Krishna to relish rasa. They are the essential parts of the Leela. Bahu kanta vina nahi raser ullas Leelaro sahaye lagi bahut prakash. Without thousands and thousands of gopis, millions of gopis, there is no happiness, there is no jubilation in the Leela. That is why there are thousands and thousands of gopis, millions of gopis. Leela Rasahai, to assist in the Leela. You can imagine if there is one pure devotee, one Nitya Siddha, or one Sadhana Siddha, such a devotee can make us happy. He can make the whole universe happy. Devaki Nandan Das says, Gauranga jone dhare to shakti Brahmand tari ek ek jone dhare to shakti Brahmand tari te shakti. One devotee, one pure devotee of Gauranga can deliver all the living beings in this universe by the power of his bhav. He can deliver every jiva in this universe. So who doesn't want to become devotee of Gauranga? Very, very unfortunate souls. They are born in this Kali Yuga, but they don't worship Gauranga. Very, very unfortunate. Lochan bole sei papi elo ar gelo. Lochan bole sei papi elo ar gelo. Manusya janomo dori Gaurana bajino লোচন বলে সেই পাপি এলো আর গেল, লোচন বলে লোচন বলে সেই পাপি এলো আর গেল, এলো গেল, এলো গেল, এলো গেল, এলো গেল। Coming and going, taking birth and dying, what is the use? Even the trees do that. We should worship Gauranga because he gave us this Radhara Madhuri, Radhar Mahima, Radha Kundera Madhuri. Everything we owe it to Gaura. Without Gaura, we would be nothing. We would be a worm. It would take millions and millions of lives to understand something about Krishna. So, because of infinite leelas, there are thousands and millions of gopis. Because more gopis, the more the rasa, rasera ullas. Rasera ullas. Ullas means jubilation. If you want to relish more ullas in rasa, then you have to do Nama Sankirtan. Nama Sankirtan is the root cause of ullas. Sada sangatupekshaya Nama Sankirtanam prayam Vishuddham bhaktimachara. In Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatan Goswami writes that if you want to continuously remain in contact with Krishna and rasa, then you should do Nama Sankirtan. It is the highest bhakti. Vishuddha bhakti. The highest of all bhakti is Nama Sankirtan. The time in which you are not doing Nama Sankirtan, you are in Maya. Never leave Nama Sankirtan, even for a moment. If you are not able to sing the Naam, chant the Naam, then at least hear the Naam. Always remain in the fire of Naam. Because Nama Sankirtan develops our Siddha Deha. It awakens our spiritual form. It is the divine food for our soul. The same thing in Radha Krishna's Leela. The dance of the gopis is manifested as Sankirtan. That's why the first verse of Shishtastakam Mahaprabhu speaks about Sankirtan. Sankirtan. Param Vijayate. Param Vijayate means Sankirtan can give you everything. Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes that Krishna naam tava dhare ko to bhor Karnorandre praveshiya Karnorandre pathodiya Ridhi majhe praveshiya Varishaye shuddhanupam. Oh holy name of Krishna, you can give me everything. You enter into my ears, you enter into my heart, and you shower pure nectar. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Kori eto upodro chitte varshe shudhadro. My mind and my heart is sprinkled with pure nectar. And you are, oh Krishna's name, you are doing so much mischief in my heart. Kori eto upadro. What kind of mischief? Means you are entering into my heart, and because of that I am trembling. My tears are flowing from my eyes. My hairs are standing on the end. Oh Krishna Naam, you are making me mad. How much power you have? Dharo ko tobo. Then finally, oh Krishna Naam, what are you doing? Mora siddha deho diya कृष्ण पासे राखे गिया ए देहेर कौर सर्वनाश. O Krishna Nam, you are giving me your my Siddha Deha. And you are bringing me right in front of Krishna. That is the power of Nama Sankirtan. By Nama Sankirtan, we come directly in the audience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna Nam, it destroys our material body. Ei dehero kore sarvanash. Because we get our Siddha Deha, automatically this body is useless. We don't need this body. Ei deher kore sarvanash. If one does Nam Bhajan very attentively, then there is nothing impossible to attain by Nam Bhajan. Each one of those Ekadash Bhavs, they manifest from the name. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji used to tell that any devotee coming to him, just chant the name. Everything will be. Sarva Swartho Bilabhyat Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. Vadhu means feminine. So, the name can give us our form. Our form in Madhura Ras. तारो मोदे व्रजे नाना भाव रस भेदे कृष्ण के कराए रासाधिको लीला स्वादे. Among this unlimited thousands of Vrajakantas, every gopi is having differing in their bhav, in their mellow, and in their sentiments and rasa. Rasa and bhav bhede means each gopi has their separate rasa, unique rasa and unique bhav. Because of this, each gopi is very important to Radha and Krishna. Each gopi has a particular service to Radha and Krishna. A particular kind of happiness each gopi gives to Radha and Krishna. Sometimes we think, when we go to Nitya Leela, when we go to the Nitya Vraj, can we actually give happiness to Radha and Krishna? They are already served by millions of gopis. What can I do? But even in this material world, the faces of two people is not the same. Every person has one's unique qualities, even if one is on the embodied state. Then what to think of the Nitya Leela? In Nitya Leela, there is much infinite variety, more variety than here. Every gopi has their own rasa and bhav. And because of this, Rasadika Leela Swade, starting from the Ras Leela, the gopis assist Radha and Krishna to relish all these pastimes. Without the gopis, the Leelas are not complete because they are the Kaya Vyuhas of Radha. After describing the three expansions of Radha, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is coming back to Radha Tattva and he is glorifying Radha in the most beautiful verse. This is the verse number 82. Every devotee should know this verse. It's a Bengali verse. It's very good for meditation on Radhika. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda मोहिनी गोविंद सर्वस्व सर्वकांता शिरोमणि गोविंदा नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंदा नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंदा 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 नंदिनी राधा गोविंदा नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी. Nobody is chanting. Please chant. गोविंदा नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंदा नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंद सर्वस्व सर्वकांता शिरोमणि गोविंद सर्वस्व सर्वकांता शिरोमणि गोविंद सर्वस्व सर्वकांता शिरोमणि गोविंद सर्वस्व सर्वकांता शिरोमणि राधे 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 राधा 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 नाम मधु और कृष्ण नाम घी गौरन नाम मिश्री गोरी गोरी पी Radha, Krishna and Gaur. These three names are the highest names. You have to mix them and drink. When you say Ra, Krishna gives up everything. The power of Ra, the syllable Ra is very, very extraordinary. Krishna gives up everything. When you say Dha, then Krishna starts running. Dhavyamanam. In Sanskrit, it comes from the word Dhavyamanam. Dhavyamanam means to run. So Krishna is running. Where is that devotee? He is chanting Radha. Where is that devotee? I want to fall at his feet. That is the power of Radha Nam. It attracts even the all attractive Govinda. Is very, very nice use of words in this verse. Krishnadas Kaviraj is an expert Rasika. He is the connoisseur of Rasa. That's why he was given the title of Kaviraj. Krishnadas was given the title of Kaviraj by the Acharyas, by his contemporary Acharyas, because he is Rasika Shiromani. He is saying Govinda Nandini. Govinda Nandini means that Govinda who is giving pleasure, happiness to the senses of all the souls in the creation, to the cows, to every jiva, that Govinda, Radha Rani is giving happiness to that Govinda. Why? In another place, I think he will mention that the only personality who can give happiness to that personality who gives happiness to everybody is that personality should have 100 times more qualities than the original personality. Only because Radha has 100 times more qualities than Krishna. That is why she is able to give happiness to Krishna. So who is superior, Krishna or Radha? Radha Rani. That is why we are sitting in Radha Kund. Both Radha Kund and Sham Kund are combined, but we don't say Sham Kund, we say Radha Kund. We are doing bhajan in Radha Kund. We are staying in Radha Kund because Radha is superior than Krishna. All the holy places, the millions and billions of places which entered into Sham Kund, they all wanted to come and enter into Radha Kund. When Radharani made her Kunda, all the places said no to Krishna, we want to go there. Krishna said, you have to ask Radhika. To take bath in Radha Kund, even I have to ask Radhika's permission. Because Radha Kunda is her personal Kunda. It is a super excellent place. The most beautiful place of her Leela. Even when Radharani leaves Radha Kund is the life and soul of the Manjaris. They serve Radha Kund. Some Manjaris, they sleep in the Kunjas in the night. They serve Radha Kund. They prepare Radha Kund for the next day. For the Leela, Madhyan Leela. So, may my mind always remain immersed in Radha Kunda's beauty, in the 8 kunjas surrounding Radha Kund. May the mind always enter into Ananga Rangada Kunja, the Kunja in the center of Radha Kund, Anang Manjari's Kunja, and may my mind always remain there. While chanting the holy name. So meditation on the Leela, one should do it with rapt attention. Rapt attention on the Leela while chanting the holy name. Slowly, all these things will manifest with your chin nayana, with your spiritual eyes, with the eyes of your Siddha Deha. One will be able to see all these things by the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and the Naam. So this is very beautiful verse. Govinda Mohini. Radharani is known as Vrindavana Mohini. And Radharani is known as Govinda Mohini. Even the whole Braj is attracted to Radhika. All the trees, even though are in Shantaras, the grass, every devotee in every rasa is chanting the name of Radha. Is waiting for Radha to come. Radharani is the supreme in Braj Bhumi. Govinda Mohini. Mohini means not only Radharani gives happiness to Krishna, but Radharani enchants Krishna, attracts Krishna. Krishna means he is all attractive. He is attracting the whole creation. But Radhika has this special power. Even though Radhika has only 25 qualities and Krishna has 64 qualities, but Radhika's 25 qualities have that power to attract Krishna. Mohini, to enchant Mohini. Krishna. So, Govinda Sarvasva. There is Krishna's everything is Radha. Jiva Goswami says, Radha Mayo Krishna, Radha Jivana Krishna, Krishna Jivana Radha. Krishna is always thinking about Radha in Nandagaon, in Govardhan, in Gokul, in Vrindavan, wherever he is, during all his Nitya Leela, he is always thinking of meeting Radha. Always. That is why he always has his Priya Narma Sakhas with him, so they can remind him of Radha, along with all his other associates. So, Govinda Sarvasva. If you want to reach Krishna, you can only go through to Radha Rani's mercy. That is why Radha Rani is on the left side of Krishna. We don't approach Krishna directly. We go through Radha Rani's mercy and then we go to Krishna. That is why we offer Dandavats also in that way. We offer Dandavat when Radha and Krishna are on our left side. When Nitai Gaura on our left side. Because we always want to approach Krishna from the left side, not from the right side. We approach, in the Ananta Samhita it is said, to receive the mercy of Krishna you need the mercy of Radha. To receive the mercy of Radha you need the mercy of the gopis. And to receive the mercy of the gopis you need the mercy of Gauranga. Gaur Sundar. And if you want to receive the mercy of Gaur Sundar, then you need the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, who sent all the Goswamis to Braj. Even though Nityananda is not directly in Madhurya Ras, but he is sending all the Goswamis to Braj to realize their Siddha Deha. They are already Nitya Siddhas, but he is giving them that order, go to Braj. He told Jiva Goswami, go to Braj. So, that is how we should go towards Radha and Krishna. And we are very fortunate that those very gopis in Radha and Krishna's Leela, they have come as our Goswamis. We are very, very fortunate because we may not have the qualification to directly approach the gopis, but we have this great good fortune to read the books of our Goswamis. By reading their Vani, by chanting in their bhajan place, by remembering their Leelas of the Goswamis, we are actually receiving the mercy of the gopis. Gaurangira Sangi Gone Nitya Siddha Kori Mane She Jai Vrajendra Sutta Pas. The more faith you develop in the Goswamis, in our Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, the more closer you will be to Radha and Krishna. That is why one should not neglect reading Gaur Leela. Because if we neglect Gaur Leela, then we can never understand Krishna Leela. We should read the pastimes of the Goswamis from different scriptures. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat. Then there is Bhakti Ratnakar, Narhari Chakravarti written. Very beautiful Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Jiva Goswami. And the Leelas of our Goswamis are mentioned. In fact, I think there is one book also in Bengali printed about the Leelas of the Goswamis. Nicely summarized from the different scriptures. So, very, very important this thing of if you want to praise Nityananda Prabhu, you in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned that you should worship his Dwadash Gopals, his 12 cowherd boyfriends of Balaram. If you worship his Dwadash Gopals who came in Gaur Leela, you will be pleasing Nityananda Balaram. An easy way to please the Lord is to worship his intimate associates. In Harinam Chintamani is also said that when you are chanting the Naam and some lusty thoughts come in your mind, you become attracted by sensual desire. At that time, you should cry the names of our acharyas. Oh Haridas, protect me. Oh Roop Sanatan, protect me. Oh Roop Raghunath, help me. Because our acharyas are like the police. Krishna is like the king. The king does not come every time. The police are always ready to come, If you are walking on the road and you get attacked by the band of dacoits, you cry for the police, police. So you should cry the name of our Goswamis. You should sing. There are songs every day morning. We sing about all the Vaishnavas in Nilachal. Devkinandan Das has written one song. And then there are many songs about Vaishnavas here. The Radha Kund Vasis, they sing. All the associates of Mahaprabhu, they offer their mental dandavats to all the associates. Because if we do that, then Radha Krishna are very, very easy for us to attain by the mercy of these associates. To confirm this shloka, this Bengali verse, Krishnadas Kaviraj is quoting from Brihad Gautamiya Tantra about Radhika. Beautiful verse. Devi Krishnamayi Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kanti Sammohini Para. Radha Rani is Paradevata. She is even higher than Krishna. Because Krishna is always with Radha. Devi, then Krishnadas is explaining this verse. Devi kahi dyotamana parama sundari kimva Krishna puja kridaro vasati nagari. Beautiful. Thus that word Devi has so many meaning, so much deep meaning is explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj. Devi Krishna Mayi Prokta. Radharani's first name is Devi. And this Devi word means Dyotamana. One of the meaning of Devi means effulgent, bright, radiant. Nobody is as bright as Radha. Narad Muni, when he was shown the form of Gauranga with Radha's Kanti, Narad Muni could not see that form even with his spiritual eyes. He fainted. That is the effulgence of Radha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. It's like molten gold. It's impossible to see that effulgence with our mundane eyes. We cannot see Radha's beauty, Radha's color. When Lalita Sakhi came to meet Dukhi Krishnadas, Shamananda in Seva Kunj, Lalita Sakhi had to change her form. She came as an old woman. And when she transformed into Lalita, Dukhi Krishnadas could not see that light. Shamananda begged to Lalita, give me the eyes to see your form. Give me the eyes, divine eyes to see Radhika's form. Very, very resplendent Radha. Sometimes when I go to Radha Kund also I feel like that. There is so much effulgence coming from Radha Kund. Tapta Kanchana, Gaurangi, golden. That golden effulgence, it pervades all the 8 kunjas. All these kunjas are basically expansions of Radha Kund. Like the Ashtasakhis are Kaya Vyuhas of Radhika, the 8 kunjas are actually expansions of Radha Kund. In Radha Kund, Krishna is known as Kunda Bihari, and after Kunda Bihari, he becomes Kunja Bihari. There is only one word difference, Kunda and Kunja. See, both are same. So Kunda Bihari becomes Kunja Bihari. And because he does Kunda Bihari, because he relishes that Kunda Lila, he becomes more happy and jubilant while moving in the kunjas. Radha Kunda is the most special. The water of Radha Kunda is Radhika. So Krishna is associating with Radhika in 2 ways. He is fighting with Radhika. Nice battle in Radha Kund. At the same time, he is getting the feel, the touch of Radha Kund's water. That is also Radhika. So Krishna is enjoying in Radha Kund. And after that enjoyment, Krishna decides to move in the kunjas with Radhika. So, Devi, the word Devi means resplendent, shining. Paramasundari, another meaning of Devi is extremely beautiful. Paramasundari. Normally we are given the name in Diksha, Lalita Devi Dasi or Vishakha Devi Dasi. The word Devi is coming. But that Devi doesn't apply to the disciple. It applies to Lalita. Devotees get confused. In their Diksha name, they write Lalita Devi Dasi. But that Devi is not applying to the Dasi. That Devi is applying to Lalita. Don't think that I am Devi now. After Diksha. No. The Devi applies to Radha Rani. Radha Devi Dasi. We are only Dasi. Das. If the name is given like Gauranga Dasi, then the Devi is not coming. If you see, if some Mataji during Diksha is given the name Gauranga Dasi, then the word Devi is not coming. That means the Devi is for the female name of the associate, not for the disciple, not for the devotee. Chaitanya Dasi or Gauranga Dasi. That since Gauranga is a Purusha, that word Devi is not coming in the name. So the word Devi applies to Radhika basically in full. And because Radha Rani is Paramasundari, supremely beautiful. Krishna Puja. Otherwise, another meaning of Devi is that Radha Rani is the abode and the supreme relisher, Nagari, of Krishna's puja and Krishna's krida. Krishna's puja means Krishna's worship and Krishna's lila, pastimes. She is the supreme abode and the supreme relisher. That is why her name becomes Devi. See, one word Devi has so much meaning. Krishna Puja Kridaro Vasati Nagari. The word Devi is explained here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. To explain the word Devi, Krishnadas is explaining in 5 words. Krishna Pujaro Kridaro Vasati Nagari. She is the embodiment of Krishna Puja and Krishna Krida. Her divine body is the place of Krishna's pastimes. How she is doing Krishna Puja? 24 hours she is doing Krishna Puja. She is serving Krishna. She is remembering Krishna all the time. with rapt attention. कृष्णमयी कृष्ण जार भीतरे बाहिरे, यहां जहां नेत्र पड़े तहां कृष्ण स्फुरे. The word Krishnamayi, the next word in this verse, is explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj. What is the meaning of Krishnamayi? Krishnamayi means Krishna is outside and inside of Radha. Inside is Krishna, outside is Krishna. And wherever Radharani's eyes fall, Krishna manifests there. She sees Krishna. That is why she is Krishnamayi. Krishnamayi Radha, Radha Mayo Krishna. Inside and outside of Radha, only Krishna is there. And wherever she sees only Krishna. Can you imagine? किंवा परम रसमय कृष्णेर स्वरूप तारो शक्ति तानरो सह होए ए करू. Another meaning of Krishnamayi can be, Krishnadas Kavira says Krishnamayi means she is completely full with ras. Rasamay. Completely full with ras. Radharani. And she is Krishna Swarup. Krishna Swarup Shakti. So, she is one with Krishna. One form. Is one prana. So ultimately, because she is one with Krishna, then you can say she is Krishnamayi. Krishnamayi means being one with Krishna. There is another meaning of Krishnamayi. One meaning is to see Krishna, she sees Krishna everywhere. Second meaning is that inside and outside of her is only Krishna. Third meaning is that she is one with Krishna. Krishnamayi. कृष्ण वांछा पूर्ति रूप करे आराधने अतैव राधिका नाम पुराण वाखाणे. Now the third word Radhika. What is the meaning of the word Radhika? It is explained by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. कृष्ण वांछा पूर्ति रूप करे आराधने. Aradhan. The word Aradhan in Sanskrit means to worship the object as per what the person wants, as per the vancha, the desires of that person, to worship that person accordingly. It's known as Aradhan. So Radharani fulfills all the desires of Krishna by her worship, Aradhan. That is why the Puranas, they glorify her as Radhika, Aradhika, Aradhan, Radhika. Radhika means she is worshipping Krishna at every moment and she is fulfilling Krishna's vancha purti rupa. Means the Aradhan which she is doing, the worship she is doing, that is the form of Krishna Vancha Rupa. It is the fulfilling all the desires of Krishna. Anayaradhito nunam Bhagavan Harihishwar Yanno Vihaya Govinda Pritoyam Anayadraha. Shukdev Goswami mentions Radha only in one place. In the Bhagavatam, that is the 10th canto, 30th chapter, 28th verse. Devotees say, oh, Radha is not mentioned in the Bhagavatam. How can I accept Radha? But Radharani is mentioned. There is one gopi who truly worships the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan Hari Ishvara. Ishvara means the controller of everything. Krishna is controlled by that gopi. Annaya aradhito nunam. Nunam means certainly, without any doubt. And Anaya means there is no other gopi equal to this gopi. Anaya radhito nunam means the worship of this gopi is like no other gopi. Shukdev is not directly mentioning Radha's name, but he is mentioning Radha's name in Anaya radhito nunam. He is accomplishing both the things. He is mentioning Radha as well as he is not mentioning Radha. By saying Anaya radhito nunam. Some devotees say that if he took Radha's name, then he would go into samadhi. Because he is Radha Shuka. So he was like hiding Radha's name. Yanno vihaya govinda prito yam annahadraha. So, yanno vihaya govinda. Yanno means leaving. When she left, Krishna also left the Ras Leela. Without her, Krishna gets no happiness from billions of gopis. Yanno vihaya govinda. Pritoyam means being attached to her, being attracted to her. Govinda, Anayadraha, went with her in a lonely place. Like the Shringar Vat. Shringar Vat you have seen in Vrindavan. It's on the bank of the Jamuna. It's a lonely place where Krishna decorated the hair of Radhika very beautifully. He wants to spend time alone with Radha, leaving all other gopis. And because he wants to spend time alone with Radha, that is why the Manjaris are there. The Manjaris, they serve Radha and Krishna when Radha and Krishna are alone. Because the Sakhis are little of the same age as Radhika. And they are Yuteshwari, so Radharani doesn't feel so comfortable when Sakhis, especially with some intimate pastimes, like Krishna wants to, anyway, it's too intimate. The thing is, some intimate leelas, Radharani, the Sakhis, they stay outside. And the Manjaris are helping. Like if you read the Govind Lilamrit, you will see in the morning when Radha and Krishna wake up in the morning, their hairs are entangled. Their ornaments, they are embracing each other. After the Ras Leela, they are sleeping and they are embracing each other. So their hairs, everything is entangled. When the Kakhati, the monkey, shouts, "Oh, please, please, the sun is rising. Jatila will come. Please leave." Then the Manjaris in the Kunja, they start unentangling the hair of Radha and Krishna. Very, very intimate leelas which Radha and Krishna enjoy alone. So the Manjaris are there to serve Radha and Krishna. So very, very fortunate. The Manjaris. But by the mercy of the Sakhis, we should not say that the Manjaris are superior to the Sakhis in that way, but it is the mercy of the Sakhis that the Sakhis empower the Manjaris to go into those nirjan places, the lonely places where Radha and Krishna are enjoying their Leela. So, lonely place. I remembered this from the last verse for today is Ataiva Sarva Pujya Parama Devata Sarva Palika Sarva Jago Tero Mata. Now finally the last name in the second line of this verse is Paradevata. This meaning of Paradevata is explaining in one shloka. Sarva Pujya. Radharani is worshipable by every single person in this whole creation. We see during Madhav Mahotsav of Jeev Goswami, when Radharani's Abhishek was being performed, all the demigoddesses came Brahma's consort came, Indra's consort came. Every single Shakti Tattva is worshipping Radharani. Radharani is Sarva Pujya. She is worshipable by everyone. Because she is worshipable by Krishna himself. So she is worshipable by everyone. And Parama Devata means she is the supreme goddess of all goddesses. Another meaning of Parama Devata is Sarva Palika. Sarva Palika means she is the maintainer of everyone. And the last meaning of Sarva Devata is that Sarva Jagate Ramata Radhika Hoye Sarva Jagate Ramata. She is the mother. She is the mother of the whole creation. That is the meaning of Sarva Devata. So all these descriptions are also applicable to Radha Kund. Radha Kund is also the mother of all the holy places. Everything. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will read what is the meaning of Sarva Lakshmi Mai Kanta. Tomorrow morning. Today evening will be again Namabhas Vichar from Harinam Chintamani. Any questions? Yes. 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 He expands as Anang Manjari. In Jagannath Puri Leela, you will see that when Mahaprabhu was reciting this Revati verse, this Tad Ubhayor Sangam Sukham Madhura Murali Pancham Jushe, the verse about the milan of Radha and Krishna in Kurukshetra, Nityanand Prabhu was standing little far. He was folding his hands and he was looking at Mahaprabhu from a distance. So in his form of Nityananda, that is why when he came to Radha Kund, he sat down there. His baitak is in the same line as Janva Mata's baitak. You see, the same line. Straight line, if you get from Nityanand Prabhu's baitak to Janva Mata's baitak and Radha Gopinath, they are all in a straight line. So Nityananda's mercy, you get Janva Mata's mercy, and from Janva Mata's mercy, you get Gopinath's mercy. Nityanand Prabhu's mercy, actually you get Radha Kund, and from Radha Kund's mercy, you get Janva Mata's Ananga Rangada Kunj's darshan. So Nityananda Prabhu, Baldev also, if you see Baldev is waiting outside Radha Kund, he doesn't come here. Himself in his form of Balaram. Balaram directly doesn't come in Radha Kund, but as Radharani's younger sister, Anang Manjari, Balaram is also experiencing. Yes. 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 Yeah. It's a good question. Yes. Seva sadhaka rupena siddha rupena chashyai. There is a verse in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. But you will be surprised to know that when your siddha deha is fully manifest, this body doesn't remain material. In the Sandarbhas, Jiva Goswami explains this. Jiva Goswami says that he gives an example of the Yadus. The Yadus in Dwarka, they were fighting with each other with the bamboos, with sharp. They were killing each other. So Jiva Goswami says that they are eternal associates of Krishna from the eternal Dwarka. How can they kill each other like this? What is this Leela? Is their body mundane? Jiva Goswami says no. Jiva Goswami says that it is an illusion. He explains this in the Sandarbhas. It's an illusion created by Maya. When a jiva becomes sadhana siddha, when a jiva realizes fully his one siddha deha, then the material body is over, is finished. So what you are actually seeing, it looks like a material form, but it's not a material form. Acharya mam vijayina no vamanyeta karhichit na martya buddhayu sueta sarvam deva mayo guruhu. In the Bhagavatam, Krishna tells Uddhava that an acharya, he doesn't have a mortal body. Na martya buddhayu sueta. So one should not become envious of an acharya, because an acharya has transcendental form. Why does it become old? Why does it become sick? Sometimes the Siddha Purushas, they experience this leela of becoming sick or old. That is only an illusion. Jiva Goswami says. So that unqualified people don't go to them. Because if they become Siddha and they don't experience any old age, they don't experience any external symptoms of the material body which others have, then people will think that they are some great and they will go to disturb their bhajan. People will, hang around them. I mean, say you are somebody great, you are God. Some people may call them God or something. So it will be disturbing their bhajan. So even when the material body is finished, there is an illusion created that they are continuing to live in their material body. But even their sadhaka bodies, like the sadhaka bodies of Rup and Sanatan, even those are spiritual. They are not material bodies. Because those bodies are the same bodies on which they are serving in Gaur Lila. In Jaiva Dharma it is said that the Jeev enters with two bodies. When one becomes Siddha, one with one Deha in Gaur Lila, with one Deha in Krishna Lila. So whatever bodies you are seeing of the Acharyas, these are the bodies which they have in Gaur Lila. Of course in Gaur Lila they never become old. They are always Kishore. Like in Krishna Lila, they are Kishori, there they are Kishore. But still, those bodies are also transcendental. Very nice question. I would, this kind of questions, yes. I don't know whom to look at.
And thus, three of the most important items for making advancement are the food remnants, the foot dust, and the foot water of the transcendental person.
Yeah. Yes. And even among those three also, the most important is their food remnants. Kalidas, Gauranga Mahaprabhu's associate, he was taking the food remnants of every single Vaishnava. Whether that Vaishnava is small or high, Kalidas was taking their remnants. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu was so pleased, saying, you have so much faith in the Vaishnavas. And when Gauranga's lotus feet was being bathed in Jagannath Puri, there in the Puri temple there are 22 steps, 22 pahach leading to Jagannath. They correspond to 14 bhuvanas and 8 vaikunthas. 14 planetary systems and 8 vaikunthas you have to cross to reach Jagannath. So when you enter Jagannath Mandir from the Singadwar, you will see 22 steps. So on the third step, Gauranga Mahaprabhu used to sit and Govinda used to wash his feet. And there was a small ditch where the water used to go. Third. Next to it is Kashi Vishwanath. He is also on the third step. So Kalidas would come and drink that water. So he drank it 3 times. Nobody was allowed. Nobody. Even Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai and all his eternal associates were not allowed to take that water, but Kalidas was allowed. Because Kalidas took the Mahaprasad of every Vaishnava. Actually, Vaishnav's prasad, whatever remains on Vaishnava's plate is not known as Mahaprasad. It is known as Mahaprasad. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described. That's why when Haridas Thakur came to Puri, he knew that for me to chant Shuddha Naam, I don't need Mahaprasad, but I need Mahaprasad. If I eat Mahaprasad, then I can chant Shuddha Naam. So he told Gaur Sundar, my dear Gaur Sundar, I don't want to eat Jagannath's Mahaprasad. I want to eat that prasad, that Mahaprasad of Jagannath which is remaining on your plate. Send me that Mahaprasad. So more you take that Mahaprasad, the more you develop taste in Shuddha Naam. No problem. No problem. If you eat a Maha of Vaishnava who has anarthas, Kalidas used to eat everybody's Maha. You are not Kalidas, but you can follow in his footsteps. No problem. The thing is, if you are eating a Maha of even a normal Kanishtadhikari Vaishnava, it shows that you have faith for Vaishnavas. It shows your humility. You lose your ego. Oh, I am such a great devotee. Once you take a Maha of a new Vaishnava, of a Kanishta Vaishnava, you are thinking, oh, I am more fallen than Kanishta Adhikari. I am not even a Kanishta, I am Bhakta Praya, I am a Bhakta Abhas. So that mood, that humble mood comes into our heart, and that humble mood pleases the Lord. Not don't worry, the anarthas of that devotee will not come into you, because you are doing it in a humble mood. In fact, it is said that if you take the Maha of a Vaishnava, that Vaishnava has to take your sins. That is why in Chaitanya Charitamrita it said a sannyasi should never leave anything on his plate. Should. Because the Nama Aparad. Because when you take Mahaprasad of some Vaishnava, that Vaishnava becomes your Shiksha Guru. And then one has some kind of exchange. Like Charan Dhuli. Same thing with Dhuli. In India, devotees take the dust of the feet of the Vaishnavas like this. So then that Vaishnava gets some part of that, the sins or the namaprads or whatever, they touch the feet. So what the intelligent sadhus do is they touch the head. They touch the head of that devotee. So the pap of that person is going into their body, again coming out and going into him again. Recirculating. So if you are not advanced Vaishnava, you should not allow anybody to take, actually, technically, you should not allow anybody to take your remnants. Amaro uchishto porere dibe hoibe norokogami. Hoibe norokogami. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that when I will start thinking that my Mahaprasad everybody should take, then I will go to hell. Means I will think that I am superior than other Vaishnavas. The one who takes the Mahaprasad, for him it is only benefit. There is no loss. It's only benefit and benefit. But the ones whose Maha is taken, that devotee one should not. Any other question? Yeah, sure. There is a 12-syllable mantra mentioned in the Brahmanda Purana of Nityananda Prabhu, which is mentioned in Gaur Govind Smaranarchan Paddhati. I cannot tell you in public like that. You can chant. You can chant Nityananda's name. It is very pleasing to Janva Mata. You can chant Gopinath, the song written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Gopinath, Mama Nivedana Suno. You can sing that song in Janva Mata's Baitak. Because she had the vision of Gopinath. Gopinath appeared to her there. Beautiful vision, playing the flute. In Bhakti Ratnakar it is described. Yes.
Contemplating on what you just said about touching the feet of the sadhu, which means that it's very selfish to touch the feet of the sadhu because I don't want him to get my
Yeah.
right, so we shouldn't actually do this.
Yeah, if you have that consciousness, you should not do it. But ultimately, we have to become spiritually selfish. Otherwise, how will be delivered? Taro ango sparsho ango sangame, in the Bhagavad it is said, without touching the sadhus, the pure body of the sadhus, our sense of touch will never become pure. Amrish Maharaj, he used to engage all his senses in the service of the sadhus. In one of his was that ango sparsha sangame, he used to touch the lotus feet of the sadhus. Then our sense of touch becomes pure. So ultimately, it is up to each devotee. Like I will tell you, this kind of thing also arises in for example, Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Pundarik Vidyanidhi was Vrishabhanu, Radharani's father. He came in Gaur Leela as Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He had this quality, he would go in the Ganga in the night. He would not go to the Ganga in the morning. There are some devotees also who don't come to Radha Kund in the morning, they go in the night. Can you ask me why? Because they cannot tolerate others putting their feet in the Ganga. Pundarik Vidyanidhi could not tolerate others washing clothes, or if he would see something going on, his heart would break. He could not see it. So he would go only in the night. So if you go in the daytime, if you see some devotees disrespecting Radha Kund, using soap or swimming or using boat or rubber or tubes, I don't know what. Then what happens is the devotee's heart breaks. So some devotees go in the night when nobody is there. So it's like that. It's on the other hand, Raghunath Das Goswami and all our acharyas have said that you should take bath in Radha Kund 3 times a day. That is the highest form of bhajan. If not 3 times, at least once in a day. In the month of Kartik. Snan Dan and Deep Dan. In Kartik, these 2 kind of dans are there. Snan Dan and Deep Dan. Take snan and offer ghee lamp. That is, these 2 things are the main dan, and Nam Dan and chant. So it depends on the bhav of the devotees. If one feels that by touching I am transferring that, then one should not touch. If one feels that, okay, I need it, then we can touch. Depends on your mood. Both the moods are correct. Some devotees don't take bath in Radha Kund because they say, I am totally unqualified, I can't put my feet into Radha Rani. So okay, what we can say, that mood is also very respectful mood. They just do achman like that. It's a very respectful mood. We cannot try to preach them, try to tell them no. In fact, but we realize that we need the bath. We need the bath to get Radha Sama Prem, to get that bhajan, to get that to realize, to awaken our Siddha Deha, we need to take bath in Radha Kund. Very important. So we take that. But I would suggest that before we take bath in Radha Kund, we should take bath in our home with soap, make our body very, very clean as much as possible, and not wear stitched clothes in Radha Kund. Just like worshipping the deity. Taking bath in Radha Kund is like worshipping the deity. To do the Achman and not wearing stitched clothes and our body becoming clean. There should not be too much sweat, perspiration, all that on our body. And then humbly we can offer Dandvat and take bath in Radha Kund. It's a kind of bhajan which our Goswamis have done, and they have also recommended to us to do so. Dwadash Gopal. You can worship Dwadash Gopal by reading chapter 11 of Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela. If you read chapter 11, then you will be worshipping the Dwadash Gopals, because all their glories are mentioned. You can read from some books about them like Abhiram Leelamrit and Chaitanya Bhagavat. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.